today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Denver Broncos. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to Walker on first down. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46, here's the second down and 4. Walker with another carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Geno now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And running with power here. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Walker, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let it.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Ballore punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a familiar face, a man with 9 Pro Bowls in 10 seasons as the Seahawks' all-time leading passer, Russell Wilson. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 47. Here's Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Wilson. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Toss left side for Walker. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Left side complete to Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about How much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On second down, it's Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, this has not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they could move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Lutz with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Here's 3rd and 7. Smith here, an audible at the line. Now Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on the football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know. And Williams is in for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Now Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 3. Smith now to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Smith on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. From the red zone now, Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Baron Browning from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Smith going to move him around. On 2nd down, a run with Dallas. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Smith. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got the hook up with Diggs. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Mike Burton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy and let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. It's complete to Diggs. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On 2nd down, Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 33 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on second down is Smith. Pass it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. They run again with Walker. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to throw, Smith. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Running left is Walker. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. Here's Smith. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Smith again. And his throw here's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Walker. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Gino's going to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. This is 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Now Myers for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice gain of 21 yards. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Wilson going to change things up here. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Now it's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now Gino on 1st down. This complete to Lockett. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Play action. It's Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Alex Singleton.
And the Broncos are right back in this football game. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. First and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
3rd and 3.
Now they'll change things up. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. 61 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Completes a pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Wilson throw brought in by Sutton. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here's Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Here comes 2nd down. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They'll try and run it in, and he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good, and we may be on our way to overtime. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. On 1st down, they'll kick off the drive with Dallas. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And that is incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's their big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and that will force a turnover on downs. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Buying time to his left. Finds Dulcich out left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. he's able to split the uprights. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.